Gotta give it up to the man. Give it up to the man. How to make this damn thing bigger? Video get bigger. How the hell you make this thing get bigger? Is this the visual thing? Suggested? No, I don't know how to do the bigger thing. But hell yeah, this is Donald Trump. First 100 days in office is coming up, and I'm finna celebrate. I'm finna turn up. I got 4 bottles. I got some 1800. I got some Ciroc. And I got some Grey Goose. And I got some coffee. I'm about to drink all that shit in one bottle. I'm about to put in one bottle and turn up. If y'all don't hear from me tomorrow, you know I done had a heart attack or either jumped out the window because I'm on coffee, right? And I'm gonna be on Ciroc. I'm gonna be on 1800, and I'm gonna be on Grey Goose, right? And I probably dabbed a little Hennessy up in there just to make it a concoction. And don't let me forget the 40 ounce. I gotta put the OE up in there, and I'm gonna make me a concoction, and I'm gonna turn up because this is the night to celebrate. We thought we would never see this. Well, I knew I was gonna see this again, but the Democrats thought we was never going to see this again. Never see Donald Trump celebrate another presidency, let alone another 100 days in office. But Donald Trump have defied all odds once again, and his first 100 days was a success, right? Remember when Joe Biden first 100 days, right? Joe Biden was like, I want everybody in America to have at least 1 shot, if not 2 shots, and the booster. Remember them days? For my first 100 days, I want everybody to get a shot in America. I want to put a needle in everybody's arm. I want everybody to wear a mask. I want everybody to do this. Remember that shit? That was Joe Biden first 100 days. Donald Trump first 100 was a whole different. We finna knock out this LBGTQ shit. We finna knock this border shit out. We finna stop these wars. We finna do a lot of different shit in America. So that's why you got to. Donald Trump is doing his job. The Democrats need to get a job. They don't have no job right now. Democrats don't know what the fuck they doing. They don't know what the fuck they about. They just want that money. Huh? Democrats want you to give them that money. Give me that money. Give me, hate Donald Trump and donate to my cause. Hate Donald Trump and give me a fundraiser. Hate Donald Trump and buy my merchandise. It's all about this and it's that. And they talk about the oligarchies, but these the motherfucking oligarchies. These the motherfuckers getting the money. These the motherfuckers that scheming. These the motherfuckers with the big trucks and the big houses and stuff like that, and they supposed to have. We know Donald Trump supposed to have a big house, but these Democrats, we know they ain't supposed to have a big house. They are, you know what their job is? Lying. Their job is lying, cheating, and stealing. So you got to tell the Democrats, get a job. Stop cheating the people. Stop cheating the Democrat people and get a job.
God have never set the church up to make pastors rich.
No.
Make bishops rich.
No.
Your preacher want a yacht? Let him get a job and go buy it himself.
That's right.
Your preacher want a Bentley? Let him get a job and go buy it himself.
You hear that, Democrats? Democrats, if your politician want a bigger house or they want to fight against an oligarch, tell them to use their own money. Go do it yourself. Huh? If they want to have an abortion, tell them to go buy an abortion themselves. Go buy it your damn self. Stop asking me for money. Buy it your damn self. Get a job.
Your preacher want a yacht? Let him get a job and go buy it himself.
Buy yourself.
Your preacher want a Bentley? Let him get a job and go buy it himself.
Buy yourself.
Your preacher want a plane? Let him go out and sell ice cream and buy himself.
Yourself.
Your preacher want a yacht?
Hey,
let him get a job and go buy it himself.
That's right.
Your preacher want a Bentley? Let him get a job and buy it himself.
Amen.
Give these bums your money. 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 Your preacher want a yacht? Let him get a job and go buy it himself.
That's right.
Your preacher want a Bentley? Let him get a job and buy it himself.
Amen.
Give these bums your money. 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 If I don't have a mansion, that don't mean I'm poor. If I don't have a Maybach, that don't mean I'm poor.
That's right.
Get a job, 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 get a job. Your preacher want a yacht, let him get a job and go buy himself.
That's right.
Your preacher want a Bentley, let him get a job, go buy himself.
Go buy it yourself. The Democrats ain't never had a job. Joe Biden ain't never had a job. Hillary Clinton ain't never had a job. Barack Obama ain't never had a job. Them motherfuckers ain't never had a job. They should go buy their damn self, huh? Name a Democrat that ever had a job. Name one Democrat that had a job, ever. Huh? Ain't no Democrats with no jobs. You know what the Democrats do? The Democrats follow a script, especially the liberal media, right? Remember when they all got on and said that cuss word? All the Democrats got on and said that same cuss. They said the same exact line, but word for word. But they added their own little flavor. Chuck Schumer, Elizabeth Warren. They had about 10 different senators on there saying the same exact thing. That's how you knew it was a script. All of them couldn't come up with the same words, the same phrase, the same cuss words, and all that at the same damn time. 20 different senators. Well, they caught the news channel doing the same thing that the senators was doing, reading from a script. And as you see, this is CNN, ABC right here. This is PBS. This is CNN. This is MSNBC. This is ABC. All of these newscasters, CNN, none of these, you don't see Fox News up here, nowhere. You don't see Fox News up here, right? You don't see Newsmax Plus, you don't see the other conservative channels up here. You only see liberal channels because they want the liberals to deliver the same message. Now, I want you to listen to this, and you tell me if the same person wrote this and told all of them to say it. Hold on.
Escalation in the president's crackdown on illegal immigration.
Today's dramatic escalation in the Trump administration's conflict with judges.
The Trump administration signaling a major escalation in its deportation efforts.
Today, an escalation in the Trump administration's battle with the judiciary.
Tensions between local and federal authorities over President Trump's immigration crackdown escalated today.
We begin this hour with a major escalation of the Trump administration's crackdown on immigration.
We begin with what appears to be a major escalation in the Trump administration's deportation efforts.
And what is a major escalation in the battle here in D.C. over immigration and deportation.
This feels like an insane and reckless escalation from the Trump administration arresting a judge. I will tell you, you are not alone.
Is a dramatic escalation.
More aggressive moves, more escalation.
Trump's escalation of his migrant.
I said, oh, my bad. I wasn't even talking. My bad. I know Miss Chocolate Cocoa. What I was saying, damn, I'm glad you called. That's why I got you on here, right? I forgot. What I'm saying is they should have, the Democrats should have some kind of common sense about not getting busted and getting caught up in these things like this, right? They done got caught 10 different times saying the same exact thing. MSNBC, CNN, all these. Don't they know they got people watching them? Don't they know they got people looking at them? Don't they know they got people waiting to catch them in lies and bullshit and all that? Don't they know that by now? Right? But then they just had news conference or some kind of dinner about them lying about Joe Biden and his insanity and all this old shit, his well-being and how he was fucked up in the head, right? Oh, it was our bad, we didn't cover it, you know what I'm saying? And we're not to be trusted, and there's the reason why people don't trust us and we have a low rating and shit like that, right? But right after that, the next day you come out with a video and all y'all saying the exact same thing. That even shows further y'all still not to be trusted, right? If all the media come out and say the exact same thing about the exact same topic, right, in the exact same way, we know somebody wrote this and gave it to all y'all, CNN, NBC, ABC, PBS, you name it, NBC, all of them got the same script, right? And if you look at the family tree of politicians and news anchors, most of these people are related in some type of way. Let me see, can I find that? Let me see, can I find that, right? Politicians that are related to newscasters, related to news anchors, or should I put, is anchors the right word? Is it anchors? Is it anchors, right? Who is Tom Limas? Okay, politicians related. News anchors remember how, wait. It was some kind of circle cabal. Tom Limas. Well, they got same profiles, anchors, reporters, News Nation blame. I'm probably Googling the wrong thing. They got one word, right? They got one politicians related to, but they got politicians, or should I say Democrats? Democrats. Did I put Democrats? Did I put a more defined search? Oh, I put Democrats. What up? Democrats. That should spell it out. Democrats. Democrats. Is that right? Damn, I still spelled it wrong. Why this damn thing? Why do I keep pushing the D? Democrats. Let me see, is that right? Jen Polite left behind. Now she's, oh my God, is running it. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right? It's lots of Democrats that are related to some of these people in the news. I got to look that up and see exactly what I'm talking about. But a lot of them people that's related to people in the news, Democrats and anchors and stuff like that and shit like that. So you know that once one person get it, right, it gonna go on and like I say, a cabal, you know, it's over here, over there, CNN, MSNBC. They're all gonna hear from the same thing. That's why everything came out, Russian collusion, right? The impeachment, right? January 6th, all of them have the same exact script. And it's getting caught up, right? But we're finna get into how Donald Trump in his first 100 days damn near solved the immigration problem by his damn self. Remember Joe Biden needed all this money? Remember Joe Biden needed all these bills passed? Remember the Democrats were saying, if we can pass this bill, we can close the border? Remember that? Oh, Donald Trump turned down a deal, right? He told his Republican compadres to not vote on it. And that's the reason the border not shut down. It's not us. It's not our fault. It's nothing we can do. We need more money. Did Donald Trump ask for more money when he wanted to close the border? Did he say, hey, Congress, I need you to pass this bill to give me more money, or pass this policy to give me more money so I can close the border? He didn't say shit like that. On day one, he signed an executive order, right? He changed different policies to stay in Mexico or stay where the fuck you at. He stopped all this free flight shit that's coming over from different countries, right? It didn't take no policies. It didn't take no money. It just took a different president, right? But now, as you remember when Tom Homan said it's going to be some mothers arrested, right? Matter of fact, I should have played that, right? AOC and Tom Homan, family separation. AOC and Tom Homan, family separation. Because remember, he was saying the same shit AOC and Tom Homan hearing family separation. What's one of them? Family separation. Family separation. Because he was telling her years ago, right? It's going to be families separated. Oh, here, is this it? Class L. Oh, here we go, right here. Is this it? Let me see. This look a little bit more like it right here. Here we go.
Holman, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
He gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommend a zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Holman, with
family.
all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're in the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way.
Do it the legal way. Now, they said, now Tom Homan and Donald Trump is deporting American citizens, right? They're like, oh, he's deporting American citizens. Though we knew this was going to happen. We told you he was going to start deporting American citizens. And you know what they're going to say? You could be next. They're going to always say that. And you can be next. If he deports them, he can deport anybody. Anybody. They always going to say that, right? Now, the thing about the so-called American getting deported, it's just like Tom Homan said, right? If the parent come over here illegally, that doesn't give the kid a right or the parent a right to be here because she had a kid over here that's supposedly be an American citizen. You have an option of leaving the kid here and getting your ass took back. You know what I'm saying? Or leaving here or leaving here with your kid. You got two options. Since that kid is an American citizen, but you are that kid's parent. You know, we don't have custody of that kid. That's your kid, right? You know, it's not an American kid. He's American, but he's not. We don't have custody of that kid. So you have the options to take your kid with you, or leave your kid here, right? But they saying, "Oh, he's deporting American citizens." They're trying to make it sound so sick. Listen to it.
3 U.S. citizen children were deported to Honduras out of Louisiana. A U.S. district judge says the deportation, quote, had no meaningful process.
Well, let's talk about what's happening on the interior. On Friday, there were 3 American citizen children born here who were deported along with their mothers from Louisiana.
Fox 26's Jonathan Mejia spoke with their attorney representing the family. Jonathan, they're saying these mothers had no legal options available to them.
Down to Honduras. And according to advocates, one of them is a 4-year-old child with stage 4 cancer, a rare form of metastatic cancer, who was sent back to Honduras without getting to talk to a doctor and without medication. I understand this child's mother entered this country illegally, but isn't there some basis for compassionate consideration here that should have allowed for more consultation or treatment?
Well, it's certainly discretion. I'm not aware of the specific case, but no U.S. citizen child was deported. Deported means you got to be ordered or deported by the immigration judge. We don't deport U.S. citizens.
The mother was deported along with the children.
That's right, Rashi. The attorney told me that these deportations were shocking, surprising, and deeply troubling, as these families were detained and had no option to seek legal help.
children aren't deported. The mother chose to take the children with her. When you enter the country illegally and you know you're here illegally and you choose to have your citizen child, that's on you. That's not on this administration. If you choose to put your family in that position, that's on them. But having a U.S. citizen child after you enter this country illegally is not a get out of jail free card. It doesn't.
If that was the case, you can't do that as an American citizen, right? Oh, I committed a crime, but I'm pregnant. I can't go to jail, right? You can't do that as an American citizen, right? They got plenty of pregnant women inside the penitentiary and shit like that. You can't claim that just because you pregnant that you can't get convicted of a crime. They do that to American women all the time. You mean we can do it to American women, but we can't do it to an immigrant? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Right? That American women are good for getting separated from their kid, or being good for getting locked away and their kid getting put in foster care in the system and shit like that. Because you threaten them. Your kid gonna be caught put in the system. You don't tell on such and such, we're gonna take all your kids and put them in the system. You threaten black women and white women and American women with that type of shit. Right? But the immigrant, no, we want her. You know, since the baby is here, the mother got to stay here. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna we're gonna overlook the crime that the mother committed because the baby is American, right? So fuck the crime. So that means American women can commit crimes as long as their baby are in jeopardy of getting left. They should be able to have the same argument. No. Don't take me to jail because you're going to separate me from my kid. I'm the only guardian. I don't know where the fuck the daddy at. Right? So if you separate from my kid, you are not showing compassion towards me or my situation or my kid. I was trying to steal some bacon and some food to feed my kid, and I got caught. I was trying to steal some diapers and put some on my baby, and I got caught. Right? Circumstances put me in this predicament, so I'm caught. Give me some sympathy. Give me some empathy. Huh? Let me get out. Let me stay with my kids and get a slap on the wrist. Maybe my kid's sick. Huh? Maybe my kid hungry. Maybe my kid going through some stuff. Have you ever thought about that? Give me the same love. Give me the same opportunities as you give these immigrants. Since we can't separate no kids. You heard AOC. Oh, you're talking about separation of kids? American citizens get arrested and separated all the time, every day. You ain't hollering about them.
Make you immune from our laws. If that's illegally, it's not a position, that's on them. But having a U.S. citizen child after you enter this country legally is not a get out of jail free card. It doesn't make you immune from our laws. If that's the message we send to the entire world, women are going to keep putting themselves at risk to come to this country. You know, we send a message. You can enter the country legally, which is a crime. That's okay. You can have due process, great taxpayer expense, get ordered moved. That's okay. Don't leave. But have a U.S. citizen child and you're immune from removal, that's not the way it works.
So you don't think there should be compassionate consideration for a 4-year-old child undergoing treatment for...
Ain't nobody said there wasn't no compassion for the 4-year-old, right? We're not showing compassion to the mother, to the criminal. So you're saying that there's no compassion for the 4-year-old. We're not saying nothing like that. Nobody said that shit, right? We're talking about the law and what the mother done. She broke the law, right? And she had a deportation order to get the fuck up out of here, huh? So she's not only broke the law coming up here, she's also breaking the law because she's staying here, right? She has an order of deportation. That means she gotta go. Nothing about the baby. Nobody said nothing about, oh, I can't feel sorry for the baby. And no, we can feel sorry and compassion for the baby. We can even take care of the baby if she leave the baby over here because the baby is American, right? But if you choose to take that baby with you because you feel that's the best situation for the baby, hey, we don't have nothing to do with it. You are the guardian. If you want to go back to Mexico, you know what I'm saying, to take your baby, right? And they say, well, this baby not American citizen, a Mexican citizen, we got to kick this baby back to America. Guess what? Take them to the embassy or whatever, and then or take them to the border and say, look, the baby got to go back to America and we'll take care of him. But your ass got to stay over there, mama. Huh? You committed the crime, your ass gonna do the time in Mexico.
You don't think there should be compassionate consideration for a 4-year-old child undergoing treatment for cancer?
I didn't say that. I said
well, that was the question.
ICE officers do have discretion.
Yeah.
ICE officers do have discretion. I'm not familiar with the specific case. I don't know what facts surround this case. I've just made aware of this when you mentioned this morning. I was not aware of that case.
This is a family that did have legal options available to them. And because of ICE's actions of holding them incommunicado for 3 days, those options were not able to be pursued. And that can't feel anything but intentional.
On Friday, a federal judge who was appointed by President Trump said a 2-year-old American citizen child had been sent to Honduras with the mother who was deported. But the judge said, quote, there was no meaningful process.
Oh, Trump appointed judge. They quick to say that. They never say nothing about a Obama appointed judge, right? They never bring out that. You never, Joe Biden appointed judge, whenever they have a fucked up decision about transgenders or men in school or kids' books or shit, they never say a Joe Biden appointee, Barack Obama appointee. It's always a Donald Trump appointee. You don't know what judge is a Barack Obama appointee unless Donald Trump tell you. You never hear the news tell you. You never hear the Supreme Court, all the Donald Trump nominees, right? But you never hear them with every fucked up decision they making, you know what I'm saying, about the Donald Trump case and all the judge. You never hear, well, Barack Obama appointed him. But since a judge went against Trump, they made sure to point that out, make it seem like that's supposed to be, oh, well, this law is a Trump appointed judge. That means it's correct. No, he can get shit wrong too. And just because he's a Trump appointed judge don't mean he's a conservative judge. Don't mean he's going to do 100% conservative shit. Right? He may be faced with some bullshit in a blue state, or blue county, a blue courthouse or some shit like that, right? Where you got to make these decisions, but that don't mean they right. Oh, it was a Donald Trump appointed judge. What the hell that mean? And he said that there was no due process.
But the judge said, quote, there was no meaningful process. So again, this is another similar situation and dynamic. Shouldn't there be special care when these deportation cases involve small American-born children?
Now, first of all, I disagree with the judge. There was due process. That female had due process at great taxpayer expense and was ordered by the immigration judge after those hearings. So she had due process.
A Honduran mother and her 2 children were deported by ICE on Friday. The mother and older sister had a deportation order. However, the 2-year-old girl is a U.S. citizen.
Again,
the mother and the sister had a deportation order. You hear that? The mother and the sister had a deportation order to get the fuck up out of here, but the baby didn't have one.
Had a deportation order. However, the 2 ICE on Friday. The mother and older sister had a deportation order. However, the 2-year-old girl is a U.S. citizen.
Again, this is parenting 101. You can decide to take that child with you, or you can decide to leave the child here with a relative or another spouse. Having a U.S. citizen child doesn't make you immune from our laws of the country. American families get separated every day by law enforcement. Thousands of times a day when a parent gets put in jail, the child can't go with them. These, if you're an illegal alien, come to this country and you decide to have a U.S. citizen child, that's on you. You put yourself in that position.
It's completely unlawful for ICE, an immigration agency, to detain or deport a U.S. citizen. They have absolutely no authority to do that.
They didn't deport him.
ICE's portrayal of the mother's consent in both cases is undeniably false. These mothers were deprived of communication and any real alternatives by ICE. They were not asked if they wanted their U.S. citizen children to be brought with them. They were told that their U.S. citizen children would be deported with them by ICE.
Well, when it came to this particular case, you just pointed out that they could have made arrangements. The father tried actually to make arrangements, as we understand it through our reporting. But he and the mother, who were separated since she was in detention after showing up for her appointment, was only allowed a very brief phone call. The father tried to petition to get the child handed over to an American citizen relative. So the mother had to make this decision and took the child with her. It just seems like there could be some more time frame here around due process allowed. That's what the judge is saying there should have been more of a process here.
Speaking freely in Honduras, the mother was able to tell her attorneys that she was not given a choice, but more so was told what to do.
There was due process. The 2-year-old baby was left with the mother because the mother signed a document requesting her 2-year-old baby go with her. That's the parent's decision. I don't think the judge knows specifics of this case. 2-year-old went with the mom. The mom signed a paper saying, "I want my 2-year-old to go with me." That's a parent's decision. It's not a government decision. It's a parent's decision.
A U.S. district judge set a hearing for May 17th, saying in part, quote, "In the interest of dispelling our strong suspicion that the government just deported a U.S. citizen with no meaningful process," end quote. In a post on X, Honduran President Xiomara Castro said she's offering her full support to the minor's mother in whatever decision she makes and has ordered that the judge's orders be followed. Another Honduran mother was also deported with her 2 U.S. citizen children of ages 4 and 7.
We're hoping that we're able to work with the government. The government is able to parole people into the country for legal proceedings, and that should be available to these families.
ICE tells Fox 26 that the parent made the decision to take the child with them to Honduras, and the parent was let know that ICE could place the children with someone who the parent designated, but the parent stated they wanted to be removed with the children.
They wanted to be removed with the children. They wanted to be removed. Get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. Now, you know that it was a raid, right? Donald Trump first 100 days, they busted 100 immigrants, 115 to be a matter of fact. 100 days, that's a hell of a number right there. 100 to 400, huh? I think he had this plan like, we got to do a big bus of 100 immigrants. I think they was waiting on this party to happen. These motherfuckers picked the wrong day to go party. The immigrants, they should have knew Donald Trump was having a celebration, right? They should have knew something was up. Like, man, Donald Trump is in office, right? He having a 100-day celebration. Something about to happen. Something about to go down. He about to do something big, right? I'm about to stay in the fucking house. If I was an immigrant, I wouldn't have went out that night. I wouldn't have went out to the bar. I wouldn't have went out to the dance or anything. I would have stayed my ass in the house, right? I'm going to stay my ass for the first 100, the second 200. I'm going to stay my ass in the house for the annual. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay my ass in the house before the midterms. All that. If you're a smart immigrant, you're going to do that. You're not finna take your hat dancing ass to a damn party on Donald Trump 99th day. You stupid son of a bitch. He looking for some shit. They like, Donald Trump, we got him. Like, where? In fucking Colorado Springs. We got him. This not even a sanctuary city. Nigga, we got him. Say the truth. How many of them is it? It's 100 of them. 100? Nigga, that's Donald Trump like, nigga, that's perfect. Get their ass and post their ass up on the White House lawn. We need this. This is news coverage for your ass.
Tonight, Brian, what they did, during the Biden administration, they received 170 911 calls to that club alone.
Whoa, that's more phone calls than to my grandmother's house. Right, my grandmother house had like that many damn phone calls, 171 phone calls to her house on one given night. Oh, they shooting. Sometimes it be look. Sometimes when the police is there at my grandmother's house, the police got to call the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna need some backup. Black grandmother is tripping again. We need backup. The police called the police. You ever heard of the police calling the police? We need help. They dial 911. I'm like, hold on, don't you got to walk and talk? Like, nah, we need them here faster than that. 911. We a victim. We ain't the police right now. Huh? We got them. 171 phone calls in a night. They got 170 phone calls in the course of 2 years or some shit like that, right? That was nothing. Right? They raided my grandma's house so much they said, fuck it, they built a police station next door so they can just walk around. They got to use the gas money. Huh? They said, we're going to just build a damn police station right next door so we can save the gas money and the fucking all the fucking haul and wear and tear on the cars, and we can just walk and bust her. Huh? Why would you party in the hot spot? They done called the police 117 times. and you gonna take your ass to the Donald Trump 100-day reunion party. What the fuck? You should have knew. Every motherfucker in there deserve to get busted. Like, you have to be a dumb son of a bitch to get your ass up out on the 99th day. Huh? That's like if the Klan came back, right, and they was public, and I knew they was out there killing niggas, right, and they had a 99-day anniversary, and it was going to be a 100th day. You don't think my black ass going to be in the house? Huh? You don't think I'm going to be right here watching Netflix? I'm not going to be out there fucking with the KKK. But you out there want to fuck with ICE. You out there want to party and act like it's 1999, back like you back in Tijuana, El Salvador, or some damn where. Huh? You ain't at law. You just think that you carrying guns and dope. You high on cocaine, looking for pussy inside the club. Huh? And you ain't knowing Donald Trump gonna got your ass on the radar. He got all your ass on blast. Get these sons of bitches out of here.
And give us some perspective here. 300 law enforcement officers. What brought about this kind of requirement?
300 look, 300. You couldn't have had 50 because it was over 300. It was over 100 something motherfuckers there. You couldn't have had 100. That would have been like a fair fight. Motherfucker would have got away. 100 for 100. Motherfuckers would have got away, right? You couldn't have had 200 because that's like 2 on 1, right? That's still like favor the criminals a little bit. But you going with 300 plus, you can surround the building, nobody get out, huh? Everybody got to come to us. We start in a circle, we move in. Nobody get outside the circle. Arrest everybody, come. Right? You had 100 people, you only can cover one side of the building. You got to make that circle real small. You start with 300 people, you can make that circle real big and just close in. Get everybody. 300.
Kind of
like the
need
movie.
to be here with that show.
296, occupants of 296. This is the DEA. All occupants of the structure.
Where you gonna go?
With your hands up. Stay off the map by agent.
So this is an underground.
They be like, me don't speak English. Why you didn't come out? Me don't speak English. Me don't speak English. We said in Spanish too, motherfucker. Me don't speak Spanish. Why your ass didn't come out? Me use bathroom. Me no speaking English. Get your ass over there. We know half these motherfuckers don't speak English. Woo, woo, woo. They thought it was part of the music and shit. They up in there dancing and shit on drugs and shit. Woo, woo, woo. They doing the lights and shit, flashing and shit. They think it's part of the DJ. Woo, woo, put your hands up. Woo, woo, woo. Come outside. Woo, woo. Like, hey, part. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, they partying this shit. The lights flashing and shit. Oh, no. Doom, 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 doom. They don't know what the fuck going on. They like, come on outside. Look, they partying like a motherfucker. They don't know what the fuck going on. Come on outside. They don't see the lights. They think the lights and shit, the little red lights and flashing lights, they think that's part of the club and shit. They're high on drugs with little lights and shit and little neon lights and shit. The motherfuckers don't know what the fuck going on. Put your hands up. And they're putting their hands up for real shit. Put your hands up, yeah. Put your hands up. Put them to the side. Put your hands to the side. Come outside, yeah. No, we gonna stay inside. Oh my God, this party was turned up. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. Imagine, look, they're like, man, they don't hear us, man. We got to go kick the motherfucking door down. Like, we're going to go up in there and throw up a smoke bomb up in that motherfucker, son, because they can't hear us.
Exit the structure with your hands up.
Hands up.
So this is an underground illegal nightclub, okay? And what was happening inside was significant drug trafficking, prostitution,
crimes of violence.
Meanwhile, I'm here at the White House as President Trump is going to mark 100 days in office tomorrow. Today, he is highlighting his border agenda. Attorney General Pam Bondi is here now, and she has everything to do with the video you just saw in Colorado Springs. Ms. Attorney General, thanks so much for seeing my first time seeing you since you got the job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us what you were thinking about when we were watching that video seconds ago.
America is safer tonight thanks to Donald Trump.
We seized a number of guns in there. We had active duty service members who were running security at the club and involved in some of these crimes.
They had to go up in there. They didn't hear. No. Oh, shit, run out. Get out. Rest everybody. Get your ass down. The bitch trying to run out. Got him. Look at them hoes. Get the
And in fact, we had over 100 illegal aliens inside as well. And those over 100 illegal aliens were taken into custody by ICE.
Active duty service members helping as security here. Can you elaborate on that at all?
So it's an ongoing investigation, but we had over a dozen active duty service members in the club tonight, either as patrons or working as armed security.
That club we were just watching, 170 calls. Wouldn't you think that would have been a red flag? Nothing happened.
The White House has put up about 100 posters.
Because nothing happened. Nothing happened, right? And I don't know if these are the posters of the people that was arrested, but these are 100 different posters. 100 arrests and 100 posters, right? But watch how, what is this, MSNBC? Watch how they black out the immigrants' faces. And then they tell you to black it out. Don't show the immigrant faces. We don't want them to be seen as criminals, so we're going to black out their face.
Of what they say are unauthorized. House has put up about 100 posters of what they say are unauthorized immigrants.
They blacked out their face. They blurred their face out so you wouldn't see who these immigrants was, right? Right? Sexual battery. Look at it. Sexual assault, right? These are look at the people that they're protecting.
Has put up about 100 posters of what they say.
Right? Sexual assault of a child. Sexual battery of a child. Sexual assault. Shouldn't they be put up? Why would you blur these criminals' faces that's been convicted, some of them, right? Or going to court and about to be convicted of these crimes? Why would you want to blur their face out? They're legal immigrants and they're criminals on top of that. But we're going to blur their face out because we want to look out for the victims, and we don't want to look out for the victims. We look out for the criminals. We look through the eyes of the criminals, not the eyes of the victim. Right? Who want to look through the eyes of the victim? We want to see that through the eyes of the criminal, what they're about, what they're thinking, why they live the life they live, right? And they should be respected, and they should have their privacy, and they should have their due process, and they should be what? Sexual assault.
They are unauthorized immigrants who have been arrested for violent crimes. You can see them there. They put them up on the driveway of the White House. If you look here, that's the West Wing just at the forefront, the executive mansion itself to the left. But what's particularly noteworthy about this location is it is right directly behind the positions where TV correspondents do their hits from the White House lawn.
Guns, shootings, ag batteries, nothing happened. So under Donald Trump, DEA, FBI, U.S. Marshals, ATF, ICE, everyone went in together. DEA led this investigation, went in, got 115 illegal immigrants, aliens in our country, arrested them, 2 with warrants, 12 guns seized.
So therefore, no matter what network you're on, that includes MSNBC, if you're doing a hit from the White House right now, those pictures will be behind you.
So what would happen in this club is you would go in, security would give you a menu of drugs.
You see them in the background right here? If you do any motherfucking shooting, right, these pictures gonna have to blur all of them out. So if you want to shoot the White House today, Donald Trump is a cold motherfucker. This is genius. If you want to shoot the White House today, you're gonna have to shoot it with these immigrants in the background. And on Fox News, we're not going to blur them out. right? We're not going to blow them out on Fox News. We're going to let you see their face and their crimes, right? But they said if your face, right, you have to basically film from that side. No matter what network, you got to film and see the immigrants. That was genius.
Network you're on, that includes MSNBC. If you're doing a hit from the White House right now, those pictures will be behind you.
So what would happen in this club is you would go in, security would give you a menu of drugs, cocaine. There's something new called pink cocaine, meth. You could go in a bathroom stall, get that. There was prostitution, all these things going on. And
wait a minute. So they had a menu, and they didn't have no food. They had cocaine and methamphetamine on the menu. They didn't have no bananas, right? They didn't have no bananas or no apples. No apples or bananas. That's what you telling me? So I couldn't. What if I wanted to go get some apples and some bananas and some pussy on the side? I couldn't do that. Huh? I have to get no. We don't serve chicken wings. We don't serve nachos. We don't serve finger foods. We serve cocaine, meth, weed, and heroin. What do you want? I want some apples and bananas, and I want some pussy on the side. Well, you can get the pussy, but you damn sure can't get no apples and bananas on. Right? You can't get no apples and bananas. We don't do that type of shit up in here. What do you mean? There's nothing up in here that I can eat. You can eat some of this motherfucking cocaine in your veins, but it ain't no apples and bananas with pussy on the side up in here. I'm sorry. You're not finna get that, sir. Hold on. What's wrong with this thing? What's wrong with this thing? What's wrong with my video? You're not finna get apples and bananas with pussy on the side up in here. Do anybody want apples and bananas with pussy on the side? This is the cold thing. You can't get apples and bananas with pussy on the side.
I like to eat apples and bananas with some pussy on the side. Said that pussy drip, 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 drip down my lip. Pussy eat apples and bananas with some pussy on the side. Apples and bananas with some pussy on the side. Said that pussy drip, 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 drip down my lip. Drip, 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 drip down my lip. Drip, 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 drip down my lip. Down my lip. Said that pussy drip, 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 drip down my lip. Drip, 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 drip down my lip. Drip, 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 drip down my lip. Down my lip. Eat apples and bananas with some
Pussy on the side. You go to that bar, you can't eat no bananas, but you can have some pussy on the side. You can't eat no bananas, but you can have some pussy on the side. Who wants some pussy on the side, outside, in the bathroom? You can have some pussy in the bathroom. You can eat pussy in the bathroom with cocaine on the side. They're not doing no damn fruit up in here. They're giving you a cocaine menu, man. You got coke. Look, you got to do drugs in here. You got to do drugs and pussy. It's not that type of club. Eat.
Of drugs, cocaine. There's something new called security would give you a menu of drugs, cocaine. There's something new called pink cocaine, meth. You could go in a bathroom stall, get that. There was prostitution, all these things going on. And we just now identified a member of Sinaloa cartel was also in there.
God damn, Sinaloa cartel. Them the real, you know what Sinaloa cartel is? Them the real people. They above. You look. If you think MS-13 and Trinidad Aragua is some shit, you don't want to fuck with the King. What the Sinaloa cartel? they got documentaries on them when MS-13 and Trinidad Lagua didn't even exist. Right? They was the hold on, damn it, you got the damn police. You got fire troll on.
House doing a briefing in about a half hour about what they're doing here. Maria.
Also in there. All these things going on. And we just now identified a member of Sinaloa cartel.
That's how you know you in the hood. Sinaloa cartel. They was the real chopping up. Remember when back in the day when you used to see people getting chopped up on the internet? Remember they had it on YouTube. People getting their heads, because that's when we first started the dude from America get his head chopped off on YouTube. You know, from Saddam Hussein. They're like, oh, we saw that live on YouTube. Remember we can Google that. Like, ooh, did you see the dude when got his head cut off, the American dude? Right? And that was a scary ass moment because they was leading up to it and they was getting more and more angry. They were starting off all cool, then they was getting more angry. Then they was getting more angry. Then they started talking more. Then you knew he was gonna die. I'm like, oh, this nigga's finna die. Then we're like, I'm like, oh, they done it. And like, you know, because that nigga was mad at the end. He started off cool, like, I was like, ooh, at the end, like, I'm like, oh, they going wow. But at the same time, before we saw the Allah Akbars do, we used to see the Sinaloa cartel do it. They had it, oh my God, they were burning people, slicing heads off. I saw so many videos on the Sinaloa cartel and, you know, all them murders over there. You talking about murders? Sinaloa cartel average murders in the thousands, not in the hundreds. they are in the thousands, huh? Sinaloa cartel was around when Pablo Escobar and them was fucking around. They are the original when the CIA and all them was with the drug dealers, huh? Sinaloa, they was around. So when she say, "Oh, somebody from the Sinaloa cartel came up here," oh, that's a different type of beast right there. What is he do? He probably was the head of all that shit. They probably them probably little factions of Sinaloa cartel, huh? The MS-13s and the Trinidad Laguas. They probably little factions of them because the Sinaloa cartel, them motherfuckers is big. You can go. I don't know how to spell it. Right, let me see the Sinaloa cartel. Let me see if the Google Sinaloa cartel. I know it's S-I Sinaloa cartel. Hold on, here you go. Sinaloa cartel. The Sinaloa.
According to Wikipedia, the cartel is primarily involved in the smuggling and distribution of South American cocaine, Mexican marijuana, methamphetamine, and fentanyl, as well as Mexican and Southeast Asian heroin into the United States.
Right here we go. Right here. Let's look up the Sinaloa cartel. The Sinaloa cartel, right? Remember, also known as Guzman, the federal Sinaloa. God, why is a large drug trafficking transition organization crime syndicate, the U.S. designated foreign terrorists based in Colucolo, Sinaloa, Mexico, that specializes in illegal drug trafficking and money laundering. The cartel history marked by evolution from a small crime syndicate to one of the most powerful and violent drug organizations in the world, founded in the late 1960s. I told you they've been around for a minute. By that dude. The Sinaloa cartel initially focused on smuggling marijuana into the United States. Perez is credited with pioneering the use of aircrafts to smuggle drugs. You don't know, that was I think that was, they made movies about this shit. Laying the groundwork for large-scale drug trafficking operations, this organization was trafficking ground for the second generation of Sinaloa traffickers. Huh? They were setting the way for the, huh? These motherfuckers, like they got history. The 80s, you know what I'm saying? Throughout the 2000s, the figures like Hakun Chapman, right? Guzman, we already know who El Chapo is, right? Significant Spanish operation establishment itself as one of the most powerful and influential criminalization organizations in the world. The cartel was heavily involved in violent conflicts with rival groups such as the Tijuana cartel, the Gulf cartel, and later the Jalisco cartel, CNG, whatever. During the Sinaloa cartel diversity drug portfolio became a player in the global trade cocaine, methamphetamine, and heroin. That's when the movie came out. The movie with the boy. What's the dude name? I forgot the dude name. What was it? What, Brad Pitt? Was it Brad Pitt? Right? Real fact, drug trafficking, numerous arrest cartels operate Mexico, Sinaloa, right? They had a movie about it, right? And you know it's hey, Guzman is from there. Guzman. Right, here we go, the damn ice cream truck. Boy, this is ghetto. You got 5 trucks and ice cream trucks coming to this motherfucker. This is ghetto. Doom, 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 doom. Let's go. Sinaloa cartel is dangerous.
Institution, all these things going on. And we just now identified a member of Sinaloa cartel was also in there.
So the White House doing a briefing in about a half hour about what they're doing here. Maria, your response to this image.
So that's really interesting because it's not a sanctuary city, right?
No.
Denver is. But Colorado Springs isn't. You look at this for the longest time. What is the downside of raiding that club during the Biden years? Like, what's the negative side of it? Do you prefer illegal drug use and illegal aliens?
And prostitution
Right.
and the violence and the shootings and the guns that was happening in that club. And no one did anything after 170
Right.
911 calls.
So I have to say, one of the biggest challenges that we have with the deportations that we know of so far, for example, with Kilmer Abrego Garcia, we don't know if they've had due process. We don't know if, in fact, these individuals do have a rap sheet.
We don't know. All you got to do is go to the Department of Justice and ask for it. We don't know if they got a rap sheet. We don't know, huh? Well, all you got to do is Google their name, right? All you got to do is Google their birthday, right? Google whatever the fuck. They probably ain't got no social security number, right? But all you got to do is Google their name. It's public record. If they convicted, it's public record. If they go to jail, it's public record. It shows what they get convicted of and what they going to court for. It shows if they bailed out, if they got an OR, if they got a court release or anything. It's public record. So you ain't got, if you're an investigative reporter, you know everything about Donald Trump, but you don't know shit about illegal immigrant. We don't know if they got a record or not. All you got to do is check one. You saying out of all these hundreds of motherfuckers that Donald Trump arrested, not one of them got a record? We don't know if they got a record or not because they ain't been doing the due process. Yes, they have. Most of them got deportation orders. Right? It's just a bunch of bullshit that the fake news gives you to make it seem like Donald Trump is doing something, you know what I'm saying, that's against the Constitution. We don't know if they got records or not. We don't know if they had records or not. We don't know if they had rap sheets or not. Google it. Simple.
Due process. We don't know if, in fact, these individuals do have a rap sheet. So I would encourage those individuals that have that as a backshot to blur those people out.
Yeah, President Trump immediately, that was a really dangerous operation.
Fox News ain't gonna blow it out. Fox News said we're gonna pump that, we're gonna blow that shit up. Huh? Fox News ain't blurting it out.
Operation too. And that's why there were 300 agents all working hand in hand. And that's what Donald Trump has done so well. All of our agencies work so well together. Went in there, got these bad guys out, 115 arrests, 12 guns off the streets, lots of drugs off the streets now, less prostitution as a result of it.
Less hoes on the street now. Now, Pam Bondi, you could have stopped right there. You could have left the hoes alone. They have to take the hoes. You could have left the hoes out of this. They ain't bothering nobody. They're trying to make a living. Leave the hoes alone. Huh? Leave the hoes out of it. Let them sell their pussy on the side. Let it drip, 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 drip with that pussy on the side. Eat. Leave the hoes alone. There's less prostitution. Oh yeah, no, Pam, you was going good till you said less prostitution. That makes the community. That helps the community out, huh? If it was more hoes, I mean, think about this, Pam Bondi. Think about how much crime would go down if y'all legalized prostitution and actually gave some of these hoes money to have free sex with dudes that can't afford it, right? Think of how much crime, because dudes would be too tired, right? They wouldn't have to press nobody if the women are giving up. You could take some of these prostitutes off the street and give them a paycheck and say, look, we know you're going to do the thing. We're just going to put a tax on it, and you got to do this many johns for us a month. You know what I'm saying? It's legal. You already gonna do it. You're safe. We trying to end crime. These niggas out here robbing and stealing and taking pussy and stuff like that. We trying to say you ain't gotta take the pussy. The pussy is free. You ain't gotta go do nothing to those kids. You got grown women right here. It's paid for out of your taxpayer dollars. Crime will go down. Don't do that, Pam. Don't do that. You know, don't do that, Pam. You know, hoes need a holiday. We need to come out with a whole holiday. We got Valentine's Day, right? For your lover, right? You got Mother's Day coming up for your mother or significant wife, or probably your daughter. She got a kid, right? Where the holiday for hoes at? Look at all the stuff hoes do for us. They walk the street, right? Day and night. They all on video, you know what I'm saying, getting rammed up with 12-inch penises. They dance on poles for us. Huh? They all on the internet talking nasty to us. Why they help us? They don't tell on us when we cheating on our wife. Why these hoes ain't got a holiday? I mean, I gotta look into this. I gotta holler at Donald Trump about this, right? Donald Trump, the whole need to come out with a holiday. Like every day, not like is everybody else got a holiday. We need to come with one day for the hoes. Let them get gifts, you know what I'm saying, chocolates, let them get appreciated. Let somebody take them to the movies. You feel me? It don't have to be their man, but come out with a whole holiday. You get a tax incentive on May 31st. If you take a hoe out, you get a tax break. Huh? Give us the receipt. Let us know who the hoe is, right? She could be a stripper. She could be a streetwalker, right? She could just be the average hoe on the street, you know what I'm saying, in your neighborhood, right? Got 5 or 6 kids by a couple of different baby daddies, right? And still ain't got no dude in the house, right? Any of that, right? We got to protect the hoes. Don't do that, Pam. Let's go.
Lots of drugs off the streets now, less prostitution as a result of it.
The job of journalism is to ensure that we are presenting the facts, that we are cross-referencing. We know that PolyFact actually checked the Trump administration because of...
But you didn't do that on Hunter Biden. The journalist's job is to check facts. Bitch, you ain't checking no facts. You didn't check no facts to see when Joe Biden was insane. Huh? You didn't check no facts on that.
An earlier picture that they released on Kilmer, recognizing that it was altered, that it was false, that they had placed gang signs, tattoos on him that weren't.
It wasn't no gang sign tattoos, right? They had the numbers of what the meaning of the symbols on his hand mean. Some gang members don't put the actual, right? It's like a masonry symbol, right? When masonry got certain signs and things like that, and certain tattoos and stuff, like different people know, that's what that is. If you got them tattoos, right, and stuff like that, you are from that gang. Now, they have a certain thing called a gang unit, and the gang unit specialize in finding out secrets about gangs. They find out what tattoo stands for. They find out who the killers is. They find out who turf it. They find out the names. They find out who's the leader of the gang. They find out who got the dope. They can't find out who's selling the guns. They got snitches and stuff like that. They got paid informants, and things like that. They hire people. I mean, they damn near like a gang themselves, but they like the gang enforcement, right? And they got to decode languages and stuff like that. Oh, this means that. So when somebody come and decoding a phone call, or they record, they got a recording or something like that, they know exactly what that means. They got to know gang terms. They got to know gang terminology, right? They got to know gang symbolism. They got to be able to read the wall and know what it means, just like a gang member. So if somebody got some tattoos, right? Back in the days, right, when we used to get busted by the gang unit, Officer Williams, right, and things like that, Officer Williams and the other gang units, they used to make us take off our shirts and raise our shirts up and raise our sleeves up and stuff like that. and they look for tattoos, right? And they say, okay, he got a tattoo of such and such on his arm, or such and such this, and they know exactly what it means, and they put you in a gang file. Or he's from such and such gang, or he's from this gang, he's from that gang. They don't have to ask you, right? They tell you to raise your shirt up, lift your arms up, right? And they read your tattoos and right. They know what it means. All the symbolism. You don't have to. You can put it in different codes and different. They know what all the symbolism mean, all the numbers mean. They know what all the letters mean, right? Because different gang members got different like tattoos as far as design, but they know what all of them mean. So when they read his hand, right, and they put the numbers up on top of it, that means the gang unit knows exactly what them tattoos mean, and they're decoding it, right? They didn't put the numbers on his hand. They put the numbers above his fingers, above his knuckles, to show you what each letter means. There's a lot of different gangs got them same tattoos that's in LA. So I know exactly what they mean. You know what I'm saying? It's different things like 18th Street and stuff like that. It's different things for like different Crip gangs and blood gangs. You know what I'm saying? That like I don't know if I can play this, right? But hats, right? Gang hats in LA, right? If you're from LA, you have to know the gang hats, right? You got to know the gang hats in LA, right? Because, and the police got to know this, right? Gang hats in LA. Okay, here we go, right here, right here. Gang hats in LA, right? You have to know this, right? Let me see. You have to, can I play this? Oh, here we go, right here. Look, here we go, right here. Let me see, can I play this? Can I play this? I should be able to play this. With a video at, right? And you have to know the symbolism of gangs, right? Because if you get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, you can be fucked, right? So you have to know, right, what gang, right? I'm not gonna play this whole damn thing. I'm not gonna play this. Let me see. You gotta know. Here you go. Let me see.
At first, gangs went with more obvious solutions, such as a particular kind of clothing or tattoos that both friends and enemies could easily recognize. Soon, however, it was clear that these accessories could potentially make them vulnerable to raids by law enforcement. With more and more courts using tattoos to link defendants to specific criminal associations, gangs in the United States were naturally forced to evolve. Today, most gangbangers in Los Angeles use sports hats to show where their allegiances lie. So, if you're planning to visit the City of Angels, here are 20 pieces of headgear you should never wear while...
You should never wear 20 pieces of headgear you should never wear. You should never wear. Huh?
Pittsburgh Pirates baseball cap.
See? Pittsburgh Pirates, right? Now, you may be coming out of somewhere and you think you're wearing just a regular hat, right? That stands for Pyru, right? In certain gangs, right? Right, that right. Hold on, let me see. This is another game, Michigan. This stands for mafia right here. This is a mafia hat, right? You gotta be from certain kind of mafia, right? Right. This right here, stands for Elm Street, right? You got different little hat, right? This is a blood hat, right? This is a 60 hat, right? For neighborhood, you know, this was a neighborhood. They say this is an N and a C. It's a neighborhood Crip hat right here. That's a neighborhood Crip hat, right? This is a 40s hat right here, right? This is a Trag New hat right here. Trag New, right? See, you gotta know the tattoos, right? You gotta know what these tattoos and all of this is another neighborhood hat, right? This is the main neighborhood hat right here. That's the main neighborhood hat right here.
Members of the neighborhood Crips gang sporting a New York Yankees hat. These caps are extremely popular among African-American gangsters, who often use their dark blue color and white letters to reveal a cult-like loyalty to the Crips.
Right? So think about this, right? Now, just a regular hat, right? If you was in certain neighborhoods, you couldn't wear a regular hat, right? So, like I say, gangs have evolved, right? And things like that. And when you're part of an organization, right, you don't necessarily put the numbers and the gangs and shit like that, because you're doing it as like kind of a Masonic symbolism, like just like they do in the military and thing like that. You're doing it as a Masonic symbolism, so you're not putting the actual numbers or letters or the words on there. So when they say, "Oh, he's doing the tattoos," and them was the real tattoos. They didn't put nothing. They just defined what them words meant, what them symbolisms mean. Right, and he's not the only person that has them symbolism. I'm pretty sure if you look at another person from the same neighborhood he's from, got the same exact tattoos. I guarantee it. That's how they came up with the numbers, because somebody from his neighborhood, a couple of people from the neighborhood, had the same exact tattoo, and somebody probably snitched and told them exactly what the numbers mean. So whenever somebody say, "Let me see your hands," oh, we know exactly what that means. We're gang unit.
Weren't real, and so gang signs, tattoos on him that weren't real. And so I would really, the press right now, we are absolutely under attack. Our job is always to have our true north, to make sure that we're presenting balanced news, and making sure that we are not putting folks that are potentially in danger, and having that representation of those pictures in the background. We can't allow that to basically for us to carry the water of potentially innocent people. So I would encourage, I recognize live shots are tough, but I would encourage folks to actually make sure that those shots are blurred to the best of your abilities.
Right? Blurred to the best of your ability. We don't want to show no potential illegal immigrant criminals. So I advise everybody to blur it out, because they wasn't given a due process. Think about that. I mean, this shit is, that's why you can't even get mad at this shit no more. Right? They're so stupid. It's impossible for you to be shocked at anything right now. Right? Nothing about the Democratic Party shocks you. I don't give a fuck what they come out with. They had Cory Booker and the other Cory Booker and Hakeem Jeffries singing on the damn steps. Cory Booker and Hakeem Jeffries. Look at this shit. You can't get, look.
Thank you very much. Please give it up for these four incredible foot soldiers in the fight against hunger in America. Fabulous Four. Fabulous Four. We know that this administration has already cut Meals on Wheels to our seniors.
Look at it.
They are dependent on these food.
Nothing about the Democrats will surprise you. Nothing. They had the dude singing and shit, right? They had another dude singing and carrying on and shit. Nothing about the Democratic Party will surprise you any fucking more, right? Was this the dude with the song? Singing and shit. They're sitting in front of the Capitol building singing songs and shit. Like, who does this? Right? Who does this? Oh, we were talking about healthcare and Donald Trump, and sits in front of the Capitol building and sing songs. Huh? Nobody but the Democrats. Look, nobody but the Democrats. And they're praising this shit. Look it on the news. Look.
Okay, it's not uncommon to see basketball hoops in driveways in neighborhoods.
Basketball. We're talking about Hakeem Jeffries. What? I thought they said Hakeem Jeffries. What the hell are they talking about basketball hoops for? Maybe I clicked on the wrong one. Maybe. Oh, that didn't say Hakeem Jeffries. This said Hakeem Jeffries. My bad. I clicked on the wrong one. Clicked on a back. Oh, they was out there for 4 hours. I'm not finna look at that whole 4 hour worth of shit. Oh, let's see what they was doing.
As President Trump's 100th day in office approaches this week, a new poll from CBS News and YouGov finds his approval rating stands at 45%. That's down from 53% back in February. The majority of voters polled say the administration is focused too much on tariffs and not enough on lowering prices. The poll also found 53% of those surveyed believed the economy is getting worse. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
I don't see the economy getting worse.
And Senator Cory Booker held a sit-in protest on the steps of the Capitol today. The two were there for more than 12 hours until about half an hour ago, with the sit-in starting at 6 a.m. Jeffries and Booker voiced their opposition to the Republican budget.
I got a question in the chat. For anybody up in here, right, anybody in this chat, since Donald Trump been in office this 100 days, right, have any of his policies affected you financially? Have any of these tariffs, have any of these trade wars, have anybody been affected, like your rent or your job or your food or your supplies? Have anybody been affected by the economy? I would like to know, because the people say the economy is worse. Who is these people? I haven't felt the economy getting worse. The things are still the same for me. The price is still the same. I can order still the same. I mean, everything is kind of the same to me. I haven't felt the effects of what they're talking about. The economy is getting worse yet. I haven't felt the effects. I've been making more money. Miss Black Barbie says she's been making more money. More money, more money, more money. Come on. Why you sitting up here? They sitting up here crying about these policies when they should be making more money, when they should be handling more business. Don't sit up here crying about what you ain't got. Find a way to fit in and make some more money. It's always ways to make money. You can't worry about people who don't want to make no money. You can't worry about people who want to stay broke, huh? There's gonna be some people in this world who's never gonna have no motivation, who's never gonna have no ambition, who's never gonna have no drive. You can't worry about them. Right? You can't go around worrying about, is life fair? No, life is not going to be fair. Life is never fair. It's never been fair. Throughout the history of time, nobody said life was fair. It's always been somebody complaining. It's always going to be somebody who's going to complain. That's just part of life. There's no getting around that. It's like the complaints are getting louder. They've been complaining since the Bible days about certain things, about certain people, about certain so-called policies, right? It's not going to stop. People are always going to be in a worse position than other people. That's just the way it goes. It's in every country. But at least in this country, you have the ability, if you have the drive and ambition, the goal, and the know-how to become profitable. You may not be rich, but you can be wealthy. And if you're not wealthy, you can be comfortable, right? And if you're not comfortable, right, you can be getting by. If you're not getting by, you can be barely making it. If you're not barely making it, you can be trying to try, right? And it goes reverse too. You can try, you can barely make it, right? You can break even. You can live comfortable, you can get wealthy, and you can get rich. You can go both ways. This is America. It depends on you. If you want to stay and you're comfortable, hell, be comfortable. You can be comfortable being a security guard. You can be comfortable being a nurse. You can be comfortable working on computer chips. There's different levels of being comfortable. You can be comfortable living in the house. You can be comfortable living in the apartment. You can be comfortable living in a room. You can be comfortable. You can be wealthy living in the hood. You can be wealthy living in the suburbs. You can be wealthy living in a nice suburban neighborhood. You can also be rich in all of these things too. But you have the ability to choose where you want. It's going to take a lot of hard work. That's what I'm doing right now. If people see this shit, I can show you videos. I'm hosting stuff. I'm passing out flyers. I'm cutting deals with clubs. I'm doing YouTube. I mean, if you see all the stuff I do just to try to get by and be comfortable, because I ain't trying to pursue a dream. I do 5 or 6 things and I don't have time for nothing because I'm pursuing a dream. Because it's America, and I know if I work hard and I stay motivated and I stay driven and stuff like that, I can reach what I want to reach. In comedy, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff, I just got to stay focused and and take advantage of the opportunities that's given to me. Right? I read a book called Conversations with God. Right? And it teaches me not to pray, but to appreciate, because whatever God say or whatever I want, God already said yes to. So I don't have to ask him for nothing. You don't have to ask him for anything, right? Prayer ain't nothing but what you put behind it. If you can ask him anything you want to, but if you don't act on it, what good is the prayer? So I don't say, can you give me this? I thank him for the opportunities I got. Thank you for YouTube. Thank you for me being funny. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to have money to rent this club or host this show or the ability to close this deal and stuff like that. I thank him for the things he gave me, these opportunities he put in front of me. He said, you can get it. Go out and get it. Go talk to the club. Go do the YouTube. Go do the comedy. Go do what you want. Sell the tickets. Go do what you want. I gave you the ability to do this, right? If you want to do movies and stuff like that, and you know what you want to do, well, you know what it's going to take. It's going to take your own fund. It's going to take your own money, right? And it's going to take, if you want to do your own ideas. So I gave you the ability to do it, so go ahead and do it, right? And people don't think like that. Oh, God wants me to be rich. Can you pray? I want to be famous. No. He gave you the tools necessary to get whatever you want. It's up to you to do that. You do the rest. If you funny, right, be funny. If you athletic, hell, be athletic. If you know how to sing, hell, sing. You know how to rap, hell, rap. You know how to rap, hell, rap. You know how to draw, hell, draw. Right? If you know how to talk, hell, talk. Right? If you know how to love, hell, love. You know how to judge, hell, judge. Whatever you know how to do, whatever gift God gave you, use it to your gift to be profitable for. Everyone got one. Just like everybody you know is going through something you don't know shit about. Right? Have the Democrats ever thought about that? Damn what they're going through. Everybody is going through some shit that you know nothing about. Miss Black Barbie going through some shit. Miss Chocolate going through some shit. Miss Coco going through some shit. Time going through some shit. Sherry K going through some shit, right? Miss Beth Roberts going through some shit. Sergeant Mo going through some shit. Sarah Ford going through some shit. Who else going through some shit on here? On here, right? People going through shit in their life that you know nothing about. Gerald Draper is going through some shit on here. Frederick, who is that? Craig is going through some shit on here. Right? We all go through shit. Right? Who else going through some shit on here? Who else going through some shit on? Drunken Cheese going through some shit on here. Chase Bowie going through some shit on here. Huh? We all go through some shit. Who's that? Mo Poo Time. Oh, Time is going through some shit on here. You don't know what the next person is going through. So don't take your pains out, or don't take your so-called problems out on somebody else. Just because someone else is nice, someone else may listen, right? Someone else may understand, and they may want to listen and want you to talk and listen, but understand they also going through their problems. So maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you should listen to them too sometimes. And don't judge, because like I say, just because people don't tell you their problems, don't mean they ain't got one. Every fucking single person you know got a problem you don't know shit about. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And like I say on Facebook or Instagram, what make your problem bigger than the other person's problem? You may got an autistic kid, right? But this other woman right here, you know what I'm saying, may not have enough food to take care of her kid, or enough money to take care of her kid, or enough money to put clothes on her kid's back, or enough money to house her kid. right? I know kids sleeping in the car with their mother. So I should feel sorry for you because your kids are autistic, and you have a husband, and y'all live in a house, and you can stay home and watch your autistic kid. But this other lady, she don't have no food. She's begging with her kids in the streets, sleeping in the car. So what makes your problem worse than hers? Huh? Should I feel sorry for you or should I feel sorry for her? I can feel sorry for both of you. But your problem shouldn't be bigger than her. You shouldn't broadcast your problem and want people to feel sorry for you. You shouldn't broadcast your things on social media and want people to give you some kind of empathy or sympathy points. Oh, look at me. I'm in a hospital. Pray for me. Oh, look my grandmother's in a hospital. Pray for her. My auntie is going through surgery. Put your praying hands up. Oh, I just cut my finger. Look, I'm in the emergency room. Such and such. I'll be back soon. You want people to feel sorry for you. Don't nobody have to give a fuck about what you're going through either. That's what people also got to understand. Don't nobody have to give a fuck if I'm hungry. Don't nobody have to give a fuck if I can pay rent. Don't nobody have to give a fuck if my car broke down. Don't nobody have to give a fuck if I can take care of my kids. Don't nobody have to give a fuck if I can rent these clubs. Don't nobody have to give a fuck because that's nobody's problem but mine. Right? I have to give a fuck. Just like you have to give a fuck. You have to give a fuck about your problem, your situation, stuff like that. And if you have extra and you can do, like I do for the homeless all the time. People are like, why do you post up the things sometimes you do for the homeless? If I post up everything I've done for the fucking homeless, it would look like I'm bragging. But every now and then, I just remind people, you know what I'm saying, what you should do is you should have the humanity. It's a reason why I don't wear my clothes twice and stuff like that. You look on some of my Instagram, I done took certain pictures of homeless people wearing my whole outfits and stuff like that. You know, that's my way of giving back. I don't put them people on blast or, you know, things like that. Or, oh, look, this homeless person wearing my shit. I smile sometimes like, hey, I've done that. It gives me an inside feeling. But if I show everything I've done for the homeless, right, it would be like I was bragging, right? And or using them as like to get views or something like that. So I wouldn't never do no shit like that, right? And it's not for everybody to know, right? Because I know everybody is going through some shit. Right? And sometimes they may take a cigarette or a soda or a water or $1 or a hoodie or, you know what I'm saying, or outfit or some shoes or something like, man, you can make a whole motherfucker week. Let you see a motherfucker out there barefooted or ain't got no shoes and you hand them some Nikes like, hey, man, what size you wear? Oh, here you go. What the you gonna make his whole week. I be seeing motherfucker run around for a whole week. This happiest motherfucker that got some Nike. Hey man, don't get these shoes to nobody. Oh man, thank you, brother. Hey, walking around and shit with new Nikes on and shit for they like they hit the lottery. Right? You can make somebody's day. Right? And you don't have to, and you can take pride in doing that because, like I say, everybody goes through some shit. You know what I'm saying? You may somebody like it may be a homeless person just want to talk and say, you ever thought about how many people sat and actually listen to a homeless person? Right? Think about how many times a homeless person can actually talk to somebody and somebody listen to them. How many opportunities they got to somebody like this? Don't talk and just let them talk and listen and agree with them. Yeah, you know, they tell you about their family, their mother. They just want somebody to listen. That can make a whole motherfucking day. Somebody listen. Because I'm going through stuff. I'm going through something. Don't nobody know what my mama is in the hospital for. Don't nobody know how many kids I lost. Don't nobody know the money I lost. Don't nobody know the house I lost. Don't nobody know the bank account. Don't nobody know the job I used to have. Nobody know the one how fine I used to be. Right? People got demons. You don't know what they're hiding from. You don't know if they're hiding and going to church and hiding, or you don't know if they're hiding and going to the drugs in the street to hide it. You can go both ways. You can go to drugs or you can go to God. Give your problems to the streets and give them to the Lord. There's a whole lot of demons in the church house and giving their problem to the Lord. Lord, take this. I'm going through some shit, so I got to go to the church house and I got to get this shit off my chest. This is a place where I'm supposed to get off my chest. God, I've been a sinner. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. I've been doing this. This is a place to get it off, ain't it? I'm going through some shit. In order for me to get right, I must release this shit. And if this is the place to do it, let me release it. Right, just think about that next time, right? When you want to tell somebody your problems, think about it. They going through some shit too. So why do they want to hear my shit? I knew people didn't give a fuck about my problems when I put up a post, and I think I still got that post. I think I let it go, right? I can't get that post put up. But my mother was in the hospital, and I didn't tell nobody. And somebody found out my mother was in the hospital, like, why you didn't tell nobody? And I knew people didn't give a fuck. And I didn't tell nobody because ain't nobody really gonna do nothing. And like, man, you crazy, man. You a comedian. All the people come to your shows and all the people, you know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck with you on Facebook, man. I'm pretty sure you done a fundraiser or something like that. And I let the person talk me into it, right? Doing a fundraiser for my mother, and to help with the medical bill, stuff like that. Fundraiser. Put it up, put the post up. Hey, doing a fundraiser, you come out, you know what I'm saying? The money goes here. I'm doing a comedy show. Everybody, before everybody asks them, what can they do? What can I do to help out? Okay, just come out and support. They came. Everybody had a problem. Oh, what happened was, this happened. Oh, I didn't forgot it. Everybody forgot. So I put my mother's business out there about her being in the hospital, right, and dying and all this old stuff, and something I didn't want to do, because I didn't want people. Because this is why I didn't want to do it, because I didn't want people to feel sorry for me, right? Because if I'd have put my mother information up there, like she's sick and all that, people like, oh man, I feel sorry for you, man. What can you do for you? And they was asking, what can they do for me? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I didn't want to tell nobody, because they was asking, hey, what can I do for you? I like, what? I'm not the one that's sick. I'm not the one that's not healthy. You should be asking, what can you do for my mother? You know what I'm saying? Don't ask what you can do for me. Oh, what can I do? I'm healthy, and you're trying to get the empathy from me, and like you're trying to butter me up and show you a good person. No, it's not going to work with me. I don't want to put my information out there because I don't want people to feel sorry for me, because I didn't like how other people put their people information out and wanted people to feel sorry for them. Oh man, come on, condolences out to you, and oh man, hope your mother feel better. I don't want people saying that shit to me. Say it to her. If you're a friend and you love her, you're a family member, you know what I'm saying? Go tell it to her. I don't want no condolence. I'm not the one that's sick. I'm not the one in the hospital. I'm not the one with tubes in me. I'm not the one in the coma. I'm not the one who I don't need no help. I don't need a bunch of people coming to me saying, I feel sorry for you. Why? Why you feel sorry for me? Feel sorry for her. I understand you're trying to be, but I'm not the one that's going through the stuff. And I don't want that emotion from nobody to feel sorry for me. If that person is sick in the hospital and that person is for to die, feel sorry for that person. See what you can do for that person. Don't see what you can do for me. Fuck you want to do something for me for? What can you do for me? Right? And I let that person talk me into it. And that's when I knew people, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it, liberals, right? Because I don't think I would have had the same reaction if I was conservative then. If I'd have asked people to donate, like, to my mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, for her well-being or something like that. Much videos I've done just as many videos for them, you know? And much videos I've done and made people laugh and stuff like that. I don't think I would have got that if I was like a Trump supporter and I had support of the Republicans, because I saw how they came through for my kids. You know what I'm saying? I remember Tom just came through me. Me and Tom know something different. I had to call Tom like about a month ago. I said, Tom, man, guess what happened, man? I done. Tom said, no problem. I looked at my cash app. Thanks, Tom. I gotta go. Tom knows exactly what I'm talking about. But I don't think I could have done that, right? If I was, I don't think that would have happened. The non-support or the not having my back, or even the financial thing, if I was conservative and I was doing it for a conservative crowd, and my mother would have been in that position. If I'd have reached out like, hey, because I would have saw what conservatives done with my son, my grandson, you know what I'm saying, with me, you know what I'm saying, with helping me with the homeless, you know what I'm saying, with helping me with all kind of stuff. You feel me? Especially when I had the big crowd. I used to go out and feed the homeless all the time. I saw what they done with that and love. So if my mother was sick, I know they would have, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have been ashamed to tell people my situation, you know what I'm saying, as a conservative, because I know as a conservative, people are going to understand, hey, we don't beg, but if a motherfucker need, it's time to kick in, you know what I'm saying? And it's for a cause. We do causes if we know it's a probable cause. Oh, we don't mind kicking in. We don't do this. Let's do it, you know? But if it's not something like for some bullshit, you know, we want to donate to end war hunger. We want to donate to I'm not going to donate that. You know what I'm saying? But I see something about it needs some legal help, or his family in a situation like this, emergency. I got that. Right? As a liberal, or when I was a so-called liberal, I didn't get that. It's basically I see what you're doing. Keep on doing what you're doing. I even had people like, if you like doing YouTube, why you ask for donations? Like that was stupid, right? So I didn't really, even when I was a conservative, right? When I first started conservative, I didn't ask for donations, because I didn't even ask for donations when I was a liberal. Certain people wanted to give me money, and then certain people made them feel ashamed for giving me money. Oh, you taking care of a grown ass man? Y'all giving him money? He doing this and doing that. So people felt guilty about giving me money, and they kind of stopped, right? Liberals basically telling other liberals, don't donate to me, you know what I'm saying, because I'm going to use the money for this and do that. Like, but if when I'm a conservative, they didn't basically tell me, hey, you better use the money for this, and they don't give a fuck what you use the money for. Make me laugh, give me the information, you know what I'm saying, and do your shit, and I'm gonna donate. You know, I don't give a fuck. You can smoke as much weed you want, go spend on many hoes you want to. I don't give a fuck. As long as you make me laugh every day, as long as you're doing these skits and this next shit, I don't give a fuck what you're doing, right? But I see what you're doing with the money. So that means I'm gonna do extra, because I knew you're doing something positive. I know you ain't fucking at all. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind giving you the money, because I know where it's going, right? With them, they knew it was going, but they didn't want to do it because they felt embarrassed. And that's the difference between a conservative and a liberal. You know what I'm saying? Conservatives are more like forthwith, like, you know, here you go, take this. You make me laugh, I'm going to do it. And they're more understanding of different things. Liberals, you got to damn near... I mean, you gotta be then they kiss their ass, be on a deathbed, you know, certain things, and I mean, they would go and spend $100, $200 for an Usher ticket, a Rick Ross or something like that, but wouldn't spend $10 with you, and you on their Facebook, right? And you supposed to be friends with them. You went to high school with them, and you see them in the community and stuff like that. They wouldn't make it to your show, right? But let Martin Lawrence or Cat Williams come to I'm gonna make you laugh the same, because you have an image of them. You want to go to their shit, right? But you don't want to come to my shit because I'm just a regular comedian. But I'm supposed to be your friend on Facebook. I'm supposed to be somebody you associate with in the streets and things like that. But you'll spend $100, $200 with them, but you want to spend $10, $15 with me, right? And I think I'll probably need it. It would go a lot further if you spend the 15, 20 with me than the 200 with him. You want to laugh the same, have the same good time and stuff like that. You're going to come out a whole lot cheaper, right? But you rather support the person who don't need it than support the person who do need it, right? And that's why right now, like I had a show last night and I had and I talked to the club owner for to try to get this other club. And that's why I want to do more clubs and things like that, because I'm one of the comedians where people don't put me on their shows because of my conservative values, you know what I'm saying? And not just because I'm a Trump supporter. I actually had somebody ask me at the club the other night, dude, you really support and I didn't even say no Trump jokes. And I got on stage, somebody must have told them I was a Trump supporter. And they're like, man, you really voted for Trump? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and I'm thinking like, who told you some shit like that? You know, because I didn't even tell him or say no Trump jokes, right? But a lot of people don't put me on their shows because of that, you know, and my business like mentality. I'm sometimes funnier than them, right? Than most of the people on the shows. You know, I don't really associate and I don't really talk with them because they like got different conversation and different beliefs than me. You know, so I put them a headphone. I kind of stayed at myself, and they consider me cocky. So in order for me to do shows, I must create my own platforms. But every show I done, like last night and the night before, I get a lot more when I get off stage. I get a lot more people that want to come see my shows. Like, hey, when you gonna perform? I love you, funny as hell. Y'all haven't saw me do live comedy, my stand-up comedy. Y'all think I'm funny on this? I'm hilarious doing live comedy. You know what I'm saying? I come up, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I can read the room, I can improvise, you know, I got sets, I got skits, you know, and every time I get off stage, even at a rap show, they're like, oh man, you my favorite comedian. Oh man, I love you, man. You a funny dude, man. I ain't never, you know, and because I got a different style of comedy, right? Like no other. So that's why when I get more, when I film myself more and do more clubs and start promoting myself more, then I'm gonna get notoriety because I have to create my own crowd because other people ain't gonna put me on their shows. I already know it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm funny. I bring people, you know what I'm saying, that bring out money. They don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm not putting you on my show. I'm like, so what, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be on your show then. I'll make my own show. And guess what? I'll put you on my show because I don't care about your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about anything who you hang with. I don't care. I don't want to know if you're funny. If you're funny, I'm going to put you on my show and I'm going to pay you. You don't have to like me. You're funny. And I think there's a lot of comedians that's funny that don't like me and I still will book them on my show. I don't give a fuck. They funny to me. I don't give a fuck. You don't bring nobody. I can go out and bring the people, you know, to see you. You know, I'm gonna pay you. You ain't gotta bring nobody. You ain't gotta promote. You ain't gotta do nothing. Just come to my show, be a funny like you're supposed to be, and that's it. I got you. You don't have to like me. You don't have to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Just be funny and take this money. Huh? Don't put me on on your show, but I damn sure want you on my show if you're funny. I even write people on Facebook like that. If you're funny, you want to be on my show, you know, holler at me inbox. But if you're not funny, don't have me hurt your feelings, because I will tell you no. Oh, you're the cocky. No, I'm not cocky. I'm confident, right? It's a different. I think I'm funny. I know I'm funny. I think I'm funnier than anybody in LA. I just don't have the opportunities because y'all won't give them to me. If I was on this show and that show and stuff like that, y'all wasn't batting mouthing me behind promoters' back and stuff like that, I would be somewhere. But oh, you don't want to work with him. I done had people say they didn't want to work with me because of the title I had. I'm known as a ratchet comedian. I used to have strippers at my comedy shows and rap shows and stuff. They're like, well, you're not a well, you different kind of stuff, you know, and you don't really. I'm like, man, I do all kind of stuff. I do comedy, I host, I do sets, I headline, I do all kind of stuff. You just don't want to put me on your show because you think I'm an asshole. And I'm not an asshole. I'm just a businessman. I like kind of like perfection. And the show I was at last night, it was cool, but it wasn't hitting like it was supposed to. So it was a nice place, and I just got at the manager like, hey man, I need to rent this place out. Like, let's work something out, you know, and hopefully I can work something out with him where I can get the club for free, you know, and I can just bring people in, and then I can make his club crack, and then I can work out some kind of deal with him. We get paid off the bar. So that's one of the deals I won't close with him. I'm probably going to close with him tomorrow. I done close with other 2 clubs, you know what I'm saying? So I'm closing with clubs too. So I'm not just doing YouTube, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing all kind of other stuff too. But I got to do that if I want to be successful, right? Because if I don't do it, right, and I'm comfortable and I sign this contract, or I try to be on this person's show, or I try to be on this person's movie, and it's not going to work. I need to do my own stuff. Because my stuff is going to be, because the stuff I want to do is going to be basically conservative comedy, but I'm going to write it in a way that's going to make black people love it. They're not going to even know it's conservative comedy. I'll be talking about abortions and all kind of different like stuff, because I know how to make it funny for both sides, and that's what's good with my comedy. I'm a crossover comedian, right? Like a Dave Chappelle or something like that. With Dave Chappelle, he doesn't have to say black or white jokes, but he say black and white jokes, right? And it's down the middle, and it's down the middle, and it's on both sides. You talk about niggas, you talk about white people, you talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? And he don't have to switch up, right? And I'm kind of like that in a way. I can switch over. I can talk to black crowds and I can talk to white crowds in the same comedy voice, but just tweak the words and the comedy a little different. I know it's a different style of black people, right, that you got to use in front of white people, right? And I know it's a different style. I use different comedy, but I use the same style. I don't change it up, you know what I'm saying, anything. And Dave Chappelle can do the same thing. Cat Williams can do the same thing. A lot of comedians can do the same thing. We can cross over. Cat Williams not really a crossover comedian. He can't just do no white crowds. Cat Williams got to do all niggas. You know what I'm saying? He can't just get in front of, it got to be some white people up in there, but he got to do a crowd in front of all niggas. He can't do no. He's ain't gonna have you will see Cat Williams in Atlanta, Los Angeles, Detroit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see that nigga in Milwaukee. You ain't gonna see him in no shit like that. You gonna see him in Las Vegas and shit. You ain't gonna see him in no hick towns like that. He ain't gonna do them shows. He's not built for them audiences. Kevin Hart can do them shows. Kevin Hart, he can do them type of shows. He's a crossover comedian. You know? He don't have to, because he's like a goofball, right? So he can be goofball on black and he can be a goofball on white. He's a different type of comedian. I'm more of an uncut, raw storytelling comedian, right? So I can do stuff like when I go to like a white joke I tell, right? I get on for an icebreaker, right? Before I get to talk about white people, I talk about them in a good way. But one of my icebreakers is I like white people. Before I start this show, I want to tell all the white people in the audience, some of my jokes may sound racist. I don't want you to think I'm racist, but I got friends that are black. I just don't hang around them. You know? And all the people, oh, you got friends that are black. You know, I had to switch that up, and I get them. Then I go into some racist jokes according to how I want to read the room. But I always hit them with an icebreaker. You know, hey, I like white people. Hey, white people, give it up for yourself. I like white people. I don't buy me something when I get some money. I don't buy y'all something. Call y'all Pookie. You know, but it's different energy. I always got a white joke. You know what I'm saying, to start off that's kind of racist. You know, but not too racist, and it makes you think. You know what I'm saying? Because with white crowds, you can say certain jokes and they get it, right? For certain black crowds, you got to get more animated, right? You got to get more raw. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to think; they just want to laugh. You know what I'm saying? So you got to knock off a lot of different words and kind of, you know what I'm saying, and come at them different, right? And so you come at them more financially. All the, you know what I'm saying? So I probably say something like, where all my broke dudes at? You know what I'm saying? Any broke niggas in the house? You know what I'm saying? You come at white folks, you know what I'm saying, with something different. You come at black folks, hey, is it the broke niggas in the house? All the sexy women at it. But you get something to get them in the crowd. Well, the sexy, you say something, you get them clapping, then you hit them with a joke. Right? You get them hyped, then you get them, you know what I'm saying? You get the white people thinking, then you get them laughing. You get the black people hyped, and then you get them laughing. You got to hype them up first. You can't just come in and storytell and make black people think with no comedy. Nah, you gotta come in off the bat with energy. There's a difference. I've been talking too damn long. I've been talking too damn long. Look at Tom. Tom, we don't do this for like. I do this for people like you, Tom. You know what I'm saying? I don't do this for the likes or the shares or anything like that. When I start doing my skits and stuff like that, people are gonna watch it because that's what ultimately I want to do. Because I just don't have the time. Right, I don't have the time to do them right now because I be doing so much. When I get all these clubs settled down, I get locked in these clubs and all that stuff, and I have a permanent night, stuff like that, then I'll be able to be calmed down. I'll be able to write my skits because I have a whole lot more time on my hand. But now I got to promote these clubs and certain stuff because I got to get a certain night. You know what I'm saying? Every I want to do one club a week, every first Friday here, every first Saturday here, every second Saturday here, every fourth, so I can have a permanent flyer. You know, it won't be here, here, here. This Saturday here, this Saturday there. I got one club in East LA. I got one in Hollywood. I'm gonna have one in Inglewood, right? And that's kind of all the outskirts of LA. You know what I'm saying? East LA. I got one in Hollywood. I got one in Inglewood, right? And they're all opposite directions. Hollywood is north. Inglewood is west, right? And East LA is east. I'm looking for a club north, and north would be something like Hartdown and Gardena, something like that. So I have a club in each direction, right? Bam, 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 bam. So I hit everybody. You know, east, west, south, wherever you at, I'm close to you. So now I got to look for one in Gardena. If I still the club in Gardena, I'm good on all the clubs. I'm good. I have a consistent club. Then I can film, get my cameraman, do my own shows, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, and I'll be good. I'll be good. But I want to end this show right now. It's been fun mess with y'all. I've been on here a little too long. This show supposed to be in an hour. Good night, time. Good night, Miss Chocolate Coco, Miss Black Barbie, Chase Bowie, Sir Ford, and Sherry Kane in here today. They must have been asleep. They must have been asleep. Drunken Cheese. They must have been sleep out of here. Who else on here? Who else? Sergeant Mo. I gotta go. Man, Sergeant Mo. I gotta go hang out with Sergeant Mo. What is tomorrow night? I think it was tomorrow night. You're going out there tomorrow. I hope it ain't snowing, man. Let me check the weather. Is it snowing in Denver? Wait a minute. Let me go check the weather and see what kind of weather in Denver right now. Let me see. No, it's gonna be okay. 60s. Oh shit, it's gonna snow Thursday. I'm gonna be gone by then. It's snowing Thursday. It's gonna be 71 when I'm out there. It's snowing Thursday, Sergeant Mo. Good. It's not snowing when I'm out there. Good, because it be snowing in Colorado. Like, woo, it be snowing out there. No snow yet. It be coming down. Every time I go to Colorado, it's snowing. They're like, well, we can't go through Colorado, it's snowing again. Like, damn! It always snow in Colorado. No snow yet. All right, man. I'll be out there, man. I gotta pack my Tuesday. Wait a minute. I'll be out there. Wait, is it snowing Thursday morning? I'll be out there Thursday morning. Okay, wait. I leave when I leave? When the hell did I leave? I leave today. I leave Wednesday, don't I? Let me check and see where I leave, motherfucker. I could be leaving tomorrow. Be like, man, when am I leaving? I leave Wednesday and I'll be out there Wednesday, right? Yeah. I leave Wednesday and I'll be out there Wednesday. Yeah, that's the right thing. That's crazy. I don't even know where the hell I'm leaving. I could be leaving tomorrow. Like, oh man, I'm leaving tomorrow. Yeah, you leaving tomorrow, Negro. Okay, Wednesday. Okay, I'll be out there, Mo. What time I'll be out there? I'll be out there at 3 o'clock. No, no, that's not. What time I'll be out there? Oh, damn it. You can't even check the flight. This damn front. How do I check the flight plans on this? Okay. I'm going to be in. You can't even check the. Okay. How do you check the flight plan? I don't know. Oh, here you go, right? No, that's not it. Oh, I'll be out in Denver 5 o'clock. Yeah, okay. 5 o'clock, I'll be out there. 5 o'clock. Wednesday. 5 o'clock, Sergeant Mo. Woo. I do all that stuff. I didn't know when. 5 o'clock, I'll be there, man. I'll be there, man. I had some last week. It's coming weekend again. Oh, shit. We got to hurry up and get Sergeant Mo got me drunk on. When the hell he got me drunk on last time? Some damn, what's that? Some Crown, some Apple Crown Royal? He's like, huh, nigga, this is for you to take home. I said, the whole bottle? He said, yeah, this is some rare shit, nigga. The whole bottle, nigga? Yeah, the whole bottle. I'm like, all right, nigga. I got the whole bottle. I went home and drunk that immediately. I'm like, I'm gonna knock this down. That was delicious, right? Better knock this down. That shit lasted about 2 days. Knock that shit. That shit lasted 2 days. Yeah, hey, Blackberry Crown. That shit lasted 2 days. I was gonna hold it for like a special event. I'm like, I ain't gonna have no special event late. I ain't got no women coming on. I'm finna knock this down and watch Dateline. I've been watching Dateline and some reruns of Gutfield and knock this Blackberry Crown. Oh man. Hey, wait a minute. I got a little bit of my show. Can I show y'all a little bit of my show? Do I got a little bit of this show recorded? Let me see if I can show y'all a little bit of this rap show. This shit was this. That's why when I throw my show, this shit gonna be well organized. I think this is a different view of my show. Their upload took all day. Okay, I think I'm finna upload right now. Let me show y'all some shit I've done last night. Okay, where we at last night? April 26th. Here goes some stuff. Okay, let me see what we done last night. Oh, that's not it. We don't want to see that right there. Let me see. Let me show you some stuff I've done. He got too many damn videos on here. I don't know what videos. Okay, she go first. Oh, you can't even see the damn thing. I don't have to give me. Oh my God, you can't even see. You can't even see the damn camera. Oh my God. Okay, let me. I'll do this right here. I'll show you this right here. I'll download this right here and see can we watch this. No, let me see. See, can you watch this clip right here so you can see a little bit of. Y'all want to see some music? Y'all want to see? Hold on. Here you go. I'll record this for you. I'll let y'all see this part right quick. Y'all see me at work. See y'all like, no, I just don't do. I host rap shows, songs. They want me to host like some stripper show. They sound around the community everywhere. I have the ability to host everything, right? That's what makes me funny, right? I can host a rap show. I can do church comedy, white comedy, black comedy, nigga comedy, Hispanic comedy, white collar comedy. I can do storytelling. I'm great. I am great. Hold on, let me put this on.
Budget plan, which includes.
We don't need to see all that. Right quick. We don't need to see all that. See, I be doing other. Let me see. Put this right here. Put this on YouTube right quick. Put this on YouTube. Go see this right quick. See how I do. I have to go through these things and edit these. I don't like these camera angles though. These camera angles suck. They suck big time. Let me see. Boom. They suck big time. Here we go right here. Pending. Video will begin shortly. It's only a 40-second video. It should have been begun. It should have been begun. I got to go through these videos and edit some stuff. What the hell is this? Here you go, right here. Let me see. What is this?
You get your nerve. You from the east side, huh? She from the east side. Bring your ass up here, Lady Plus. That Plus. You get your nerve. You from the east side, huh? She from the east side. Oh, Westchester and them Crenshaw ass females and shit. Get up out of here.
Oh shit! What's wrong? Damn, these clips are short. These clips are short. But this is what I do. This is what I do most nights. I took the night off, you know what I'm saying. But this is what I be doing most of the nights and stuff. Now I be got to host a lot of rap shows and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying. Why this didn't play? Why this didn't play?
I want y'all to give it up for West Coast Radar own. I said, are y'all ready? As females and shit. Get up out of here.
You already know.
Y'all ready for y'all next artist?
This nigga done some bad camera work. Like, what the hell was you filming? Like, what the hell? Do I got a baby? Is it a baby mama joke up in here somewhere? Did he got a baby mama joke? That would have been perfect. You would have. Do he got me doing some comedy? Let me see. Do he got me doing some comedy? Let me see. Can I find a comedy because y'all can see me as a stand up? These videos ain't coming, man. Let me see. Oh, that's another music clip. This nigga didn't record me do no stand up. Oh my God. No stand up. Where the stand up at? Oh my God, no stand up. How you get oh my God, how you gonna give me no stand up? I ain't gonna. This is the last time I use it. Oh no, man. This is not mess. I gotta scan through this video. I can't put no more of this up, y'all. I can't put no more of this up. But anyway, what I'm saying is, a lot of my style of comedy is creating comedy on the fly. I like improvising. You know what I'm saying? I like reading the room and coming up with jokes. You know what I'm saying? According to whatever room I'm in. So I like to study the room, like in kind of how should I say, stereotype. Okay, this sounds like some people who like these jokes, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start off like this and like that, and I get better as the time go on because I see what the crowd like and I know what genre and what language and what speed and all that to use. So I use a little couple of test jokes. Oh, this is what they like. Got him. All right, that's why I'm everybody's favorite comedian. I kill that open. Matter of fact, I can let you see some comedy. I can let you see. No, you can't see that comedy. They'll ban me from YouTube for that comedy. You'll be banned from YouTube. Anyway, let me get up out of here for real this time. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I'll be up out of here tomorrow. Do one more show before I go hang out with Sergeant Mo. I'll holler at y'all later, alligators.